Soft piano music plays. The golden light of evening slips through half-closed curtains. Narrator, gentle tone. They say guilt has a heartbeat. You don't hear it at first. Not until the room grows too quiet. Camera pans across a cozy dining room. The table is set for two. Candles flickering, plates steaming, but only one seat is taken. Emma, 29, elegant but anxious, sits alone. She scrolls through her phone, checking messages again and again. Her breathing is shallow, her hands fidgeting with her necklace. A necklace he gave her on their anniversary. She glances at the clock. 7:28 p.m. Narrator. Emma Hayes wasn't a bad person. She was just lost. Lost in the kind of loneliness that creeps in even when you're not alone. Faint knock at the door. She jumps slightly, smiles nervously, and opens it. A man, not her husband, steps inside. They speak softly, laugh quietly. A wine glass tips, laughter fills the air, then dies abruptly when the sound of a car pulling into the driveway slices through the moment. Emma's face drains of color. Narrator. And just like that, the world stopped turning. The door opens. Ryan, 32, walks in. Still wearing his office clothes, tie loosened, holding a small bouquet of white roses. He freezes. The man by the table, guilt all over his face, stands, mumbling an excuse before slipping out the door. The silence that follows is deafening. Emma's lips tremble. Ryan, I can explain. He doesn't move, doesn't blink, just looks at her. Then, quietly, he sets the flowers down on the counter. Ryan, you don't have to. The flowers sit between them. Fragile, pure, and now meaningless. Narrator. No shouting, no anger, just silence. And somehow, that hurt more. Emma tries again, voice cracking. Ryan, please, it wasn't. He looks at her once, eyes tired, not furious, just done. Ryan, softly. You don't owe me excuses. He walks past her, each step echoing louder than the last. Narrator. It wasn't rage that broke her heart that night. It was peace. The kind of peace that comes when love dies quietly. Ryan sits on the edge of their bed. The same bed where they once stayed up talking about forever. His hands shake as he removes his wedding ring, setting it on the nightstand. Emma stands in the doorway, tears streaming. Say something, Ryan, please. Yell. Hate me. Just don't be this quiet. He finally turns to her, eyes full of sorrow but no hate. Ryan. When did you stop loving me? Emma? She breaks down completely. I don't know. I felt empty, and he interrupts softly. I thought silence meant peace. I didn't realize it meant distance. A single tear escapes his eye. He wipes it quickly, almost ashamed to show it. He stands, grabs his small travel bag, and heads for the door. Ryan, final words. You don't have to explain. I understand now. He closes the door gently, no slamming, no shouting. Narrator. He left with silence, and she stayed behind with echoes. Soft instrumental music plays. The camera pans through the house. Empty, still, heavy with regret. Narrator. The next morning, the sun rose, but the house stayed dark. Emma walks through the living room, his coffee mug still on the counter, his coat hanging by the door. She sits at the dining table. The food's still there, cold, untouched, a reminder of everything left unsaid. She opens her phone. Messages to Ryan. Please come home. I'm sorry. Can we talk? No response. A flashback cuts in laughter in the kitchen, their wedding dance, movie nights, inside jokes. Then it fades back to reality, where silence has replaced love. Narrator. She wanted him to scream, to hate her, because hate still means you care. But silence? Silence means goodbye. Emma walks to the counter, touches the wilted white roses. They crumble slightly in her hand. Tears fall. 2 weeks later, Emma sits in her car outside their favorite cafe, the one where they had their first date. Through the window, she spots him. Ryan sits alone, reading, coffee cup beside him. There's a faint smile on his face, not happy, but peaceful. She hesitates, then steps inside. Ryan. she says softly. He looks up. His expression doesn't change, calm, detached, kind. Ryan. Hey, Emma. She sits down across from him, tears filling her eyes. I'm sorry. For everything. I don't know what I was thinking. He nods slowly. You don't owe me an apology. She shakes her head, voice breaking. But I hurt you. Ryan looks out the window, watching the world go by. Ryan. You did. But that's not what hurts the most. Emma looks confused. He continues, voice soft but cutting. Ryan. What hurts is realizing how long I ignored the signs. How I kept believing we were okay when you'd already left. In your heart. A pause. He finishes his coffee, stands and puts his coat on. Ryan. You don't owe me words anymore, Emma. Just promise yourself you won't confuse excitement with love again. He gives her a small, sad smile, then walks away. Narrator. No anger. No closure. Just the quiet dignity of a man who knew his worth. Later that night, Emma sits alone at home. The same house, but it feels like a stranger's place now. She scrolls through her photos, wedding pictures, vacations, goofy selfies. She pauses on one. Ryan smiling, his arm around her, eyes full of love. She whispers to herself, brokenly, he deserved better. Narrator softly. And he did. Because sometimes, silence isn't weakness. It's strength. Cut to Ryan walking down a quiet street at dusk, wind brushing through his hair. Ryan, voiceover. Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is walk away quietly. Not every goodbye needs noise. Sometimes peace speaks louder than pain. The music swells, gentle piano fading into silence. The screen fades to black, leaving only the sound of the wind and a single quote on screen. He didn't lose her. He found himself. If this story touched your heart, share it. Somewhere, someone needs this reminder.